Greetings, and good afternoon, Juneteenth family. Welcome to another Thursday. We will not call today a lunch and learn. Today is an informational. We'll be joined by our CEO, Athenia Rodney. She'll be filling us in on some things. But before we do that, I do want to just address and let the community know that we are working on bringing Tapi Tamara Lloyd back, who was with us last Thursday when we had our technical difficulties, which ended up stopping our stream. We will definitely be bringing her back in the future to continue the conversation around small business bookkeeping, okay? And in the For today, we are going to be talking about our week ahead and the year ending for Umoja and all the other things that Juneteenth New York are working on. So welcome, Athenia. Come up and join me.
Awesome. Hello, Jamie.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good
So,
afternoon.
Kwanzaa, what is our Kwanzaa celebration looking like this year?
Oh boy. So this year, let's see, we are working on some good stuff. So last year we learned a lot. We were in quarantine, still towards the end. So everyone was still home. This year, everyone is still trying to like get out and move around. So we're definitely gonna make it shorter. So that was one of the things that people shared to us, that it was great content. It was a lot for me to digest. It will have to come back later and review. And to have 7 days of 6 hour content is a lot. So um,
Right?
this year, we're going to do no more than 2 hours per day. But basically, the presentations will be sharing information to help us learn more about Black history, about Kwanzaa. That was the big thing that everyone felt was very helpful. We got lot of people joining us. Hello, Alonzo, and happy Thursday to you as well. So when we talk about Kwanzaa and Juneteenth and Black Solidarity Day and all the other things that are kind of going on, no
Uh-oh.
sound. I'm not sure. You may be on your end because we hear each other. So I'm sorry, Lonzo. See if you can change the volume. Maybe that'll help. Let us know. If not, we'll check on our end too. Well, thanks. Thanks for letting us know though. Um, so sorry. Let me backtrack. So what I was sharing. So when we talk about Kwanzaa, when we talk about Juneteenth, we talk about Black Solidarity Day, all of these Black holidays, they were things that were passed down through traditions. They weren't things that were taught in schools. It wasn't something that, I could readily just, not for nothing. My best friend told me about Juneteenth and about Kwanzaa, and I thought that she was joking because she loved to be like, oh, I'm gonna go to the beach today, or I'm gonna go chill. So when she was like, oh, I'm not coming to school tomorrow because it's Black Solidarity Day, or I'm not coming to school tomorrow because it's Juneteenth, I was like, oh, you're just looking for another day not to be at school. But it wasn't until I got to be around her family and understand the traditions and the things that went into it that I started to research for myself. And it was sad that I actually had to go out and find that information. It wasn't readily available to me. It wasn't being taught in the schools. So that's really what we're trying to do with our platform, especially over 2022, is utilize our platform as a space where we can teach people about some of those things that were traditionally passed down. Over Kwanzaa, we're going to be talking about um, some things that came up as far as Black Wall Street are concerned, that they celebrated their almost like a they celebrated their anniversary this year. And that was something that was new. People were like, oh, what is Black Wall Street? In the Black community, we've been talking about like Black Wall Street for a while, right? So but people also think that Black Wall Street was the only city that was full of Black people who had created, this environment. And that's so far from the truth. There are
Mm-hmm.
multiple cities across the United States. So we're going to be talking about that during Juneteenth for sure. And we're also going to be talking about what happened to those cities because those cities are not there anymore.
Central
And what
Park.
Yep, Central Park is definitely one of them, and now it's a national park. And what we'll find is that there are other places that are national parks, national ponds, lakes, all of these things that used to be Black cities that were thriving and vibrant, and they were burnt down. So we'll definitely be talking about a lot of that during Kwanzaa.
Super, super. And how about what else do we have lined up? Will we be having vendors, and what are the opportunities for the folks out there to come to the table and join us and be a part of it all?
Yeah, definitely. We have some vendors who are going to be showcasing and talking. So we're doing a little different this year as far as our vendors are concerned. We getting to know them a little bit better. That was actually one of so we take feedback very seriously here. So one of the things that came up as far as feedback was concerned was we want to get to learn a little bit more about the vendors and sponsors and how they relate to the Black community. So we'll definitely be talking about that, talking about how their products were created, why they created it, what's the relationship to the Black community, and how they play a role in growing their business. How it either got started from that idea or how it's grown into that idea based off of feedback that they've gotten with their business over time. So that's what we'll definitely be having. We'll also be talking about each day and what each day means, bringing up some symbols and imagery that that is fun. So it's definitely a space for you to be able to share with your children. We ask you to, definitely bring your children to come and watch. It'll be, like I said, no more than a 2 hour segment. We're going to be talking about the history of this year, like what transpired over this year from January to December with all of the first. It's like, wow, we're in 2021 and there's still firsts that are happening. The first Black person to do this, the first Black person to have gotten this award, the first Black, the first, the first, the first. So we have a an amazing array of video that'll show of the trajectory of the first from January to December of this year. Trying to think, what else do we have going on? I think that's it. Definitely, like I said, it's definitely leaning heavy on the education, on the into the edutainment part, which we'll talk about in a little while, and then we're gonna have a ask at the end that we are asking you to and or empowering you to take on as we are moving into 2023. We're already forward thinking about the next couple of years and wanting to get some Juneteenth events in your local town. So we've been doing it here for the last 12 years, and we are really excited to be supporting organizations as they look forward to bringing Juneteenth to their town starting in 2023. And we'll be creating a platform to be able to support that in multiple different arenas on a where you'll be able to do it yourself if you want to. We'll have a mastermind group, and we have a fellowship group that we also will be creating this year and launching that during Juneteenth this year. So if you are interested in bringing a Juneteenth event to your city or your town, we would love to partner with you, partnership and power, and helping you to create that. So that is part of our nuggets that we have in store for this year.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, if you want to bring Juneteenth to your town and don't know what to do or how to do it, please reach out. Athenia will be glad to help get you set up. All right. So, what does I'm thinking we go into speaking about what next year Juneteenth is starting to look like and what we've been discussing thus far?
Yeah, sure. Let me bring up my slide. So, Juneteenth 2022, and not 2020 also too, but 2022, because I definitely saw that meme and I was like, no, I rebuke that. So we are not
Wait,
doing
what does the
2020 over
meme
again.
say? I missed
So
that.
they were saying 2020 2022 is 2020 and two as in also like TOO2.
Yeah,
So
no,
as
thank
in
you.
22 is going to be just like 2020. And I was like, no, I
No,
rebuke
thank you.
that.
I'll pass on drawing in that energy.
Exactly.
They could keep that.
Exactly. I definitely agree. So, um, taking it back. So one of the major tidbits that we have for this year of the nuances is that this year, Juneteenth NYC is its own official organization. We are our own official organization. So in the past, we've been operating under Emoji Events umbrella, and as of 2 weeks ago, we are
Nice.
officially an organization, and in a couple of weeks, we'll be applying for our 501c3. So we are really excited about that. And this is a new space for us. But as a team, everyone, we've been talking about it for a whole
That's
year.
what I was just gonna say. My excitement inside just really shot up about 10 levels just thinking about the Sundays, our meetings and just all of the energy and the intention that was poured into it. Just like it just really warmed my heart to hear and see that it's coming to fruition.
Most definitely.
You
So I
go,
know it didn't
girl.
happen in a time that we were looking for, but nothing happens before it's time.
Yeah.
And so it was the right time, the right energy. We did, yeah, we're just really excited about that. So here's our mission. We will achieve our mission by partnering with power. And that is a statement that comes from the program that both Jamie and I have been a part of, the Be the Tree program. And it's been so powerful for me. It has been the mainstay for a lot of what I have done. It just gave me the words to say what exactly we're doing. And partnering with power really just looks like connecting with other organizations who are doing powerful things in the community and being able to be on one accord. So we all have this one focus. And for us, it is empowering the Black community, making us a bigger, stronger community that is more educated about who we are. Instead of having people tell us who we are, this is a
Mhm.
space where we're able to shout to the masses
And
who we
show it.
are,
Yeah.
right, and change the narrative. So we're creating a narrative. We're not allowing the narrative to create us.
Beautiful.
Next, our values. This is something that we hold very dear. And with our transition into nonprofit status, we are also changing one of our pillars slightly. It's always been there, but now we're being more intentional about it. So awareness and education has always been part of what we've been doing. Intentional edutainment. So instead of just entertainment, we're edutaining. So we for every part of entertainment that we are including in all of our different avenues of Juneteenth, there will be an educational component to it. So it won't just be a poem for sake of a poem. It'll have some substance to it, or intentionality, should I say. And then the last, as we always say, is actionable empowerment goals. Always looking for people to walk away saying what they feel like they can do and will do to make this all better. Our objectives and goals, really and truly looking to spread the word. Like, we're definitely want to look back at those who have paved the way and give them, their due respect. So there are plenty of people in different spaces who have been that for us, and we continue to use them as mentors and partner with power with them, as we are partnering in power with others who are looking to grow up as well in this Juneteenth manner. Become a trusted messenger in the Black community, which means that we are reliable. All of the things that we are sharing, we're making sure that we're fact checking it and making sure that the information that we're sharing is not just information to be shared, but actually factual information. use the arts to educate and bring to life untold stories. As I shared earlier, we as as for history, we've used arts to pass down traditions. We've used storytelling in the form of plays, and other things, to be able to teach our young people or teach our families about the history. Oh, sorry, my kids are fighting. That's what happens when you home with the kids. Build a platform to support for national organizations who want to grow and build their own Juneteenth states across the county and much across the country. And that's what we were talking about earlier, where basically we will be opening up to doing the different oh my gosh, masterminds and losing words now. The masterminds and the oh my gosh, what is it called?
The fellowships.
Fellowship. Thank you. Sorry, the kids just totally threw my mind. Yeah. So the fellowship and the masterminds that will be helping people so that they can learn how to create their own Juneteenths. Teaching classes and speaking to schools. Like I said, it wasn't something that was inside the school. So all of our team will be trained in information and be able to go out and speak to different schools and on different elements of the history of Juneteenth and Kwanzaa and Black Solidarity Day and etc.
Right.
And lastly, expose people to the different cultures, practices that embody all of the holidays that we currently hold. And so that they are not just a mystery to be told, but that they are something that becomes a part of everyone's household.
Or they're not just a day off from school and work,
Exactly.
because
Not
that's
just another
what
barbecue.
a lot of them have become.
Exactly. Exactly. Especially like MLK
Mm.
Day. It's like it's supposed to be a day of service. But how many people, I mean, and I fault myself. I'm not, not I'm
Mhm.
pointing fingers at myself as well because I'm like, oh yay, another day. Not really taking that as a day to really
Mm.
pour into my children and use that for the day that it was created to be.
Yeah, I love that.
So for 2022, I allow God to use me. And so he puts these things in my head, that audacious goals that take us from one place to another. So in the past, we typically have tapped about 5,000 people at our Juneteenth events in person. This year, we are looking to do 50,000 people. And I know everyone's like, I know the whole team was like, all right, now, I'm with you. How we gonna make it happen? So we definitely have a whole host of supports this year that saw us when we did our media campaign last year, and they're like, "How can I help? How can I support? How can I be a part to make this as big or bigger than it has been in the past?" And that just warmed my heart. So our goal this year is to have 50,000 people in person. Juneteenth this year falls on Father's Day. So
Mm.
we know that that's always like, oh, do I celebrate Father's Day? Do I celebrate Juneteenth? And my belief is, why do
Celebrate
you have to
both.
choose?
Mm.
Right. Why do you have to choose?
Mm.
Let's do both of them together. So we are looking to have some A-list performers come out, some speakers that are A-list as well, so that you can enjoy yourself, have a mini concert on behalf of Juneteenth NYC. It will be broadcast and it will be in person. So the location is to be determined until we get all the final details in order, but we'll definitely be sharing that. And we hope that you join us on our website, juneteenthny.com, to continue to follow all the updates that we have. We will have 100 vendors this year. 50 of those 100 vendors will be small businesses. So we are looking for um, those mom and pop, those ML, what do you call it? Multi-level service
MLM.
organizations. We're looking for people again, who have some basis in the culture, African art, African. A lot of people have been doing journal, mental health things. So all of those type of small businesses are what we're looking for. And like I said, we'll be hybrid again, because during COVID we went virtual and we had over 20,000 people join us virtually, and we don't want to lose that community because those
Yeah.
are people, and I'll show you a little bit later. Those are people from all over the United States that were joining us, and we want to continue to keep them engaged with what we have going on here. So we're looking to hit 100,000 people virtually in the coming year. So our theme for this year is the Black family. So in the past, we've talked about unity and community. We've talked about last year was about entrepreneurship. We've talked about self-image. We've talked about domestic violence. All of those things. I thought that this year that it was behoove us to fall in line with the Black family. What is the Black family? How does that look? What are our perceptions? How do we demystify some of those perceptions that we think are a part of the Black family? And again, with Juneteenth falling on Father's Day, we're highlighting our men and helping them to see more of how they play a role in the Black community, how they play a role in the Black family, and how they are very important to how we have moved to where we are right now. This year will be a 3-day weekend as well as last year. Last year was our first time that we did this whole 3-day spout, and it went very well. And we look like we're gonna do that again this year. So we're gonna do Friday is gonna be about education. Saturday is gonna be an award celebration, and then Sunday will be our festival.
Love it.
Talking about some of our sponsors. These were our sponsors for last year, so definitely want to highlight them all again. They were amazing sponsors. We had the New York Knicks, Nets, Liberties that did some amazing things. We had Liberty Coca-Cola beverages, Live on New York. Like everyone played such a pivotal role and everything that we had going on this year, from our virtual space to our in-person days on Saturday and on Sunday, following with our young entrepreneurs. It's so many that we had to do 2 pages. This one is mostly our media sponsors, as well as some of the people who donated and contributed to making a day a success. We had Destiny Helpers, which was our fiscal sponsor, as we were not an official business like we are this year. So thank you to Destiny Helpers for standing in that space. We had Pix 11 News, ABC 7, News 12, and we worked with JG, Jamal Gaines' company, which did our performances for the day, and it did an amazing job of bringing culture and education into the performances.
And
And then
share
we
ancestral
also said,
blessing with me.
huh?
Yeah, his company also shared the ancestral blessing of the space, the
That's
physical
right.
space with me.
That's right.
Miss Spuds with food all day for the
Mhm.
staff. It was amazing.
It was. It definitely was. And then Brooklyn Children's Museum, I think they did some
Hmm.
showings on Sunday with the young people for our Youth Entrepreneurship Day. And WP Carry was our head sponsor, which carried a lot for us to be able to put everything together. So definitely thank you. This year we are doing a virtual component again. This is what our virtual space will kind of look like. Not exactly like this. This year it will be pertinent to our theme. But basically, the space has the opportunity for sponsors to be able to be announced and to be welcomed and to be shared and talked about. Each of the sponsors will get to do their own. They can do a commercial, so to speak, in this space. So this will be for 30-second commercials. The live will always be going on and can go in and out through the different, will be on all of the different pages. So there's a game component that we usually have, which is like, we're always about games. We like having fun and we like to test and challenge each other. So really trying to see if you were listening to some of the presentations. So there's some questions that'll be here in that space. And then we also have a photo booth. So here where you see the little camera will allow you to go into a photo booth space that will also be branded with Juneteenth. Our vendors will also have a space here again this year. So if you are interested in being a part of our Juneteenth virtual space on our Friday, definitely you can go again to the website and put that there. And Jamie, can you put the website in the chat so people can go
Sure.
to that? This was just a picture of last year of what our virtual platform looked like in action with conversations going on. The video is actually on our website. So if you go to the website JuneteenthNY.com, you will see that the live streams from all of the previous days will be there for you to review. Um, so one of our partners this year is going to be Unity Fest, and they are, like I said, are going to be bringing some A-list partners to the table. So these are some potential sponsors, some potential presentations or performers that we'll have in addition to some more. So definitely be on the lookout. As I said, definitely follow us on all of our platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Juneteenth, and definitely go to our website. We'll be sharing all and announcing them as they sign up and they log on with us. Last year, like I said, I just wanted to show you a little bit of the site engagements per location of where we had. So, obviously, New York, we had the largest amount of engagements, right? We had 71% there, and Jersey, 4.58. We had some other states that didn't announce themselves, but they were a part. And these are all people who logged on to the virtual space. We had people from Ohio, California, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Florida, Texas, Virginia, Maryland, Illinois, and DC. And then again, there were some areas that people did not share, and that was a pretty significant amount. It was 3.96 of the 20,000 people who were on the space. We did press releases. We had 27 pieces that covered us this past year, which led to over 1.41 million views of about our Juneteenth event. So this event has definitely grown from the space of no one knew about it or no one knew what Juneteenth was to this 1 year where now everyone, all eyes now, everyone's putting in Juneteenth and seeing how they can connect and find out more information about it. These were a list of the different presses that we're a part of. So we were EIN News, CBS, Radio.com, Cheddar, News 12, Spectrum, Pix 11, 7, NBA News, the New York Times, Newsweek, Travel Leisure, WNYC, iHeartRadio, BK Reader, 6 Square Feet. Some of these places I hadn't have even heard of, but now I know about them. So, Time Out New York and Father's Travel Guide. So, we're definitely looking for a lot more this year. And this was the last to just ended off. These were some of our testimonials from attendees who attended the live part of this, this was a very rewarding experience, very well organized event. Thanks for sharing new opinions and relevant information. I thoroughly enjoyed being a part of this event. Keep up the great work. First time hybrid, great job. Incredible experience, wonderful event. So for people who had never participated in a hybrid event and this was their first time, it was great to see that they enjoyed it and that they were able to get what we were trying to share out in that space. And that is pretty much all.
Super.
So that was a lot.
It is, but it's a lot to be excited about. I'm super, super, super excited and looking forward to I just know being a part of the journey since you've transitioned from being the larger event that you were like the only person in New York throwing or one of the main people throwing something to it now being part of a national conversation
Mhm.
as well as the maneuvering that you had to do and take on during COVID and pushing through the challenges and taking it virtual, but now still having it be virtual and in live, and just seeing how it's growing,
Mhm. Mhm.
just seeing the energy
Mhm.
in the mission statement, the values, and seeing how it's all just it's like watching your baby grow up. And I think it's pretty dope, and I'm so happy and grateful to be a part of it.
No, thank you. And thank you for being a part of it. This has been, I mean, going from COVID where I lost all of my staff and I was like, I don't know how I could put this together, by myself. And like I said, God, He speaks to me and He was like, "You're never by yourself." He's like,
Right.
He was like, I am always there. And if I'm always there, I'm always gonna put people in place to be a personal guide, support, a friend, a listening ear, like all of those things. And you have definitely been that. There's plenty of nights that we were on the phone till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I don't know. What's going
Yeah, we definitely have an amazing team between those of us that are either up late or up early. Some of us are up really, really early. I'm not one of those, but some of the folks in our group are up with you from like, and then you're just never sleep. So it's just like, it's amazing to me because what I hear is that it's not only that God will give you the people, He'll give you the vision that we all really truly believe in. So it's like, why not?
Mhm,
Why
mhm,
not? I want to see this. I want to see our Black Wall Streets popping up
mhm.
everywhere. I want to see, being here right now and seeing what they've done down here in Lithonia with this. If you haven't heard of it, folks, check out the Black Wall Street Market in
Yeah.
Lithonia. They've taken and given this idea because down here they do definitely have quite a few of those like flea markets that I
Mhm.
know back in New York, we used to have to drive like really far to kind of find those places
Right,
or go all the
exactly.
way out to Queens. And being from the Bronx, that wasn't really local. Like you normally had to take a drive. And out here, you can kind of like do a short drive and be in this amazing flea market. But those places are like not together. Like you don't
Mhm,
often feel good in there. You don't really want to eat
mhm.
food. And they've built this place that they've completely renovated the building, and it is now a indoor mall that houses only small Black businesses.
I
Even
love
they're claiming down to the alcohol at the bar that's served at the bar is all Black owned companies. um, I've had my question
it.
about that because I know how hard it is for us to do everything when it comes to certain industries for it to
Mhm,
be all ours. But I have it that that's probably as close to true as they could get. And
mhm.
eventually it will be everything
Yeah.
Black somewhere.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely seeing a lot more. I mean, like I said, we're in 2021 and we're still having first in a lot of different industries. I'm seeing, black wineries that are coming up. I think one of my friends, she's starting, she's going into that business. I have another
Goodness.
one who's actually been with us for Juneteenth for a couple of years. She wasn't since COVID because she went down to Florida to start her own winery, and in
Mm,
the next year or two we're actually going to be doing a retreat at her winery in Florida. So
nice.
people are definitely doing some amazing things, and I love this idea of this mall, and I can't wait to come down and come see it and purchase things and support, and really just pour into everyone in that space, because exactly what they are doing down there is what we're trying to do, is just level everyone up.
Beautiful. I'm trying to look at this company. A friend of mine. So there's a young lady, Black woman owned. She's out of Brooklyn that owns a. It's called Good Trouble Hard Cider. So she has like a hard cider company, and she's out of Brooklyn, and she donates 100% of her profits to benefit women in New York. Yeah. So much out there, so many people out there doing amazing things. Well, I look forward, and right, Jennifer, I'm excited too. I hope that we'll definitely see a bunch of people joining us and looking out and reaching out to fill the slots, join us as a speaker, bring whatever is important to you and important to our community to the table, and see how you can join us and partner in power with us, and have whatever's important to you be a part of Juneteenth.
Most definitely. I agree. And thank you again for jumping on with me today,
Of
Jamie.
course.
As we're leading into the holidays, we hope everyone is um, able to go into the end of this year in a good place, even if things did not work out as expected. Know that everything is working for the plans of the purpose in which you are to serve. And not all the time does that fall in a good space because unfortunately, a lot of things are born out of pain, out of our
They
pain.
say, you know what? It's so funny because when you said unfortunately, I'm like, everything is a lot of times relates to music for me. And I'm like, in my head, I could just hear Mama always said there would be days like this. Mama always told me one day it would happen. And it's so many things that will happen. There are so many things that are inevitable. Loss is inevitable. Bills are inevitable. Change is inevitable. There are some things that are just inevitable that we can't really do anything about, but learn how to process them, cope, deal, and heal. Allow people to support us, support others, support one another, and learn to find the smile and to keep the smile.
I agree. Well, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Juneteenth community. Thank you again for joining us on another. Right, and Laura, she actually, I started seeing this on a friend of mine's timeline during COVID, during last year. So she actually named it that, I believe, before he actually even departed. So just divine for her, and he definitely did leave a legacy. But thank you again, community, for stopping in on another Thursday, lunching and learning with us, learning about what we're up to for the rest of this year. Like I said at the top, we will definitely be bringing back the topic of small business bookkeeping at the top of the year as soon as we can lock in a date for Miss Toppy Lloyd. And I am complete, and Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy Kwanzaa. I will see you during Kwanzaa, but until then, have a very Merry Christmas.
Yes. Merry Christmas. Bye.